Hey, what's up guys? Dem47 here. Today we'll be doing a sensitivity explanation. This was requested from someone on my Instagram. Um, Before we even continue in this video, if you want to see how to test your perfect sensitivity, or better yet, set your perfect sensitivity, you should check out my other video. The link will be in the description. Okay, so the first setting that we'll be looking at is the camera sensitivity, which is free look. Alright, this sensitivity here, it affects the eyeball. So whenever you have character and vehicle, this would be the eyeball movement for character. Basically, the higher the sensitivity, the faster the camera will spin on the eyeball. So this is for character. When you're in the vehicle, the spin will be different as well when you're sitting once you're sitting in the vehicle for the free look. The other one is while parachuting. So when you're landing, you how fast the eyeball movement is while you're coming out of the sky, looking around for those enemies. Next sensitivity setting is the camera sensitivity setting, right? So here you have third person, no scope. So basically this is the finger movement. So I play with gyro, but this also affects. So when I swipe the screen, this is this sensitivity affects how fast the screen will move or how slow it will move when I use my thumb to swipe the screen. First person no scope. So first person no scope, this is what after you scope in. So this is how fast the scope will move. Well, the gun will move without the scope when you swipe your finger on the screen. So if you want it to go faster, you'd have to increase the sensitivity, and if you want it to move slower, you'd have to lower the sensitivity. As I said, check out my perfect sensitivity guide, how to set your perfect sensitivity video. Sensitivity video. 18 is in the perfect sensitivity video will be in the description. EPP aim and FPP aim. So basically, let me see if I can activate that. Alright, this TPP aim feature, after tapping the aim feature button, this is how fast the camera will move when you swipe your screen, right? So for the FPP one, when you go into FPP and activate the aim feature, this also affects how fast the crosshair moves with a swipe of your finger, or how slow, depending on how you feel comfortable. Red dot, 2 scope, 3 scope, 4 scope, 6 scope, and 8 scope under the camera sensitivity. It affects how fast, basically the same thing as the, so for example, the red dot. So when I scope in and swipe my fingers, it affects how fast my scope will move. This is without firing, right? So sensitivity is without firing, right? The next step is ADS sensitivity. So all of these sensitivities now, this affects how you control recoil. So as soon as you start firing your weapon and swiping down your screen to control recoil, the higher the sensitivity, the easier it will be to control recoil. But if it's too high, it will become difficult. So therefore you need to try and find your perfect sensitivity. If it's too low now, when you're controlling the recoil, you will have to swipe down harder on the screen and it will become too difficult. So the best way is to have it not too high, not too low, and that would be your perfect sensitivity. So check the link in the description for how to set your perfect sensitivity. That video will go in detail and also show you step by step. So the newest change in the one of the newest changes in the update in 1.5 is the gyroscope sensitivity, right? Before, gyroscope was just the camera and the ADS sensitivity for gyroscope was in one, but now Pubg is offering to split the sensitivity. So just like I mentioned before, the camera sensitivity is how fast the scope, depending on the scope and what you set the sensitivity to, how fast the scope will move when you swipe the screen without firing. Same goes for gyroscope sensitivity, this one. And then the ADS gyroscope sensitivity would be basically the ADS. This will help how you control your recoil. So when controlling recoil with gyroscope, when you tilt your phone slowly downwards, that helps control the recoil. So the higher the sensitivity, the easier it becomes to control recoil. So me, I left it at the same. So third person 260, third person no scope for, for gyroscope ADS sensitivity 260. So all my gyroscope sensitivity up here will be the same as my my ADS gyroscope sensitivity down here, but you could go ahead and increase or decrease depending on how comfortable you are with it. Now, the newest feature is the firearm, well, the customized ADS sensitivity. So for example, this is very helpful for people who play gyroscope, because now we have the option to say, let's configure the car 98, right? um Basically we can go through this now and set up our camera sensitivity, just as or can yeah, or camera sensitivity for the car 98, or ADS, or gyroscope, um without shooting, on our ADS gyroscope. So ADS gyroscope sensitivity activates as soon as you start firing. Gyroscope sensitivity is just when the gyroscope sensitivity right here is when you do not fire. That's when you just open your scope. So now we have the ability to lower our gyroscope sensitivity for snipers, because the lower the better, rather than having a sensitivity that is too high, right? And also this would be good as it relates to the ARs, right? So now, for example, the AKM and the M762, the Groza, guns with high, the FAMAS, guns with higher recoil, we can go here and set it up. So, for example, I want to do the FAMAS. I would add the configuration and go to camera sensitivity. That would be how fast the scope would move with the swipe of a finger, right? ADS is for controlling recoil, so how fast when you pull down, how sensitive the screen is when you're pulling down on it. um, Gyroscope sensitivity, this is without um, before you start firing, so how fast the scope moves without you firing. And ADS gyroscope sensitivity affects how fast you tilt down your phone, right? So that would be it for the explanation video. As I said, to set your perfect sensitivity, please go ahead and check out my perfect sensitivity guide. It's in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.